to the Golden State Media Concepts Entertainment Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Pauline.
And I'm Taejha.
And we wanted to start off this episode discussing our girl, Riri.
Yes.
And
my girl right there.
And her partnership with, I guess her partnership.
Yeah, she's a creative director collaboration
with Puma. And she just debuted, I think this is her second line?
Her second, what do you call it? Collection. There you go. That's
collection.
The word.
Collection.
It is Fenty x Puma, Fenty times Puma. Yep. And it is the spring summer 17 collection that she debuted.
Right. And
at
it's
the
like
Paris Fashion Week.
Yes. And I actually, so I was looking at some of the pictures and things like that from the collection. I kind of like it.
It's very different from the fall collection.
Right. I
very
kind of
different.
It. And it's been like loosely inspired by Marie Antoinette, which I don't know. It's been described as Marie Antoinette if she was going to the gym.
Yeah, because you know how they put Rihanna was the new Marie Antoinette,
right? And they've kind of like gone off of that spin-off and things like that. But you know, I do like it. I like the colors. I kind of because so for instance,
the pastel colors.
Yeah,
it's very springtime in Paris is what it looks like.
Yeah. So I do like it. I don't know. I just want those fuzzy slippers. You know, the slip-ons? I want those.
They're only $80.
I know, but they're like never.
They're never.
They keep like selling out.
Yeah, they're always
they're always like sold out. And
I hear they're not that comfortable though.
No, probably not. Definitely not. Slides typically it depends on. I only like my Nike slides, but I just like them because they're kind of fuzzy. My friend actually made some of her own. She just kind of like sewed them on there, but I was like, yeah, it's kind of like a good idea.
Stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, so she has debuted that, and if you haven't seen it, there are pictures that you can look up from the fashion show.
You can also go on Tidal and watch the whole fashion show. She
oh,
debuted
nice!
It on,
that's actually really nice.
Yeah, if you have the app Tidal, she debuted it on there. And
another perk of Tidal.
Perfect, right? The whole fashion show is on there. I think they probably have behind the scenes stuff too.
Oh, that would be kind of fun. That would be really fun.
I just find she's so diverse, Rihanna. Like she changes in so many different ways. The fact that if you look at the new collection that debuted in Paris versus the one that debuted in New York, even the color scales is just so far off.
True.
And I think one of those reasons is also because where she debuted it, you know, in the sense of New York versus Paris. New York's fashion and the American people might not be as up to date,
catering to the different
They might not
audiences.
Be willing to take on all those clothes and all these designs that they would be in Paris, for instance, because even some of the same stuff that she had where, you know, it was the sweats and they had the link that connected them and there was like that open part. If you look at the clothes in Paris, they had like little lace coverings on them, just make it more fashion forward, I guess, versus in New York and America, it more looked like a pair of sweats in a sense. So like you said, like Marie Antoinette in the gym. But it's very interesting how she changed the
I like it.
outfit
she always,
and the color and the material.
Yeah, she's pretty, that is one thing that I think that is really cool about Rihanna and her style is that some things that even like things that she wears and things that she does for herself and clothing pieces that she chooses for herself to wear and things like that. I'm like, really? But then like it looks so good on her. Like, but then I think about it and I'm like, what is she wearing? You know?
Speaking of what is she wearing? Have you seen when Kim Kardashian tried to wear like a lace bodysuit with Adidas track pants and then like fishnets and heels, and then people on Instagram were like, oh, is this a Rihanna inspired outfit? Because mind you, the Adidas track pants look like Rihanna's new Fenty Puma pants, and you know how you know
the Kardashians are a Adidas
family. Kanye doesn't really associate with Puma other than Kylie does.
Because he's
the deal went bad. But I just thought it was funny how people took laughter of when Kim was wearing that outfit, a bodysuit, track pants, and heels, looked weird. Well, I think it looked cute, but on social media they thought it was funny.
Right.
Versus when Rihanna does it, it's like she's bomb. She's the entertainment, and like she can do that.
Yeah,
she can
her
be very
kind of
versatile.
like attitude. It's she is.
And even with all her new clothes that she's debuting for her collection, they're a lot big baggy clothes, a lot of baggy stuff because it's supposed to be geared towards working out. But the way that it's being styled, it looks very fashion forward, which is good.
True. Because that athlete leisure type thing, like I look like I'm going to go work out, but I'm not. But I like really tried with this outfit, but it still looks like I'm sporty spice. I don't know.
And have you, speaking of her collection, did you see how Gigi Hadid actually was one of the models? The Vogue.
Oh, fun.
To model her collection in the Vogue magazine. So it's like she's getting a lot of publicity. Like that's an amazing accomplishment as artist, as just an artist in general, whatever branch of entertainment you decide to jump into, you know, the fact that Rihanna was able to debut her own collection in Paris, not just at New York Fashion Week, but a second collection within the same line in Paris, like that's amazing. She's done different collaborations with other companies and stuff. Like there was what do you call it? River Island, when she did that collaboration with them. She's had one with MAC before. Just other different things that she dabbled and dabbled into, but Puma seems to be the one that's stuck more. She's had multiple shoes, like the Creepers, the new the Pumas that look more workout forward shoes. So they have re-releases of them constantly. Like the Creepers just got re-released
people
a
really
week
like
ago
it.
of another pair of shoes. I'm like, my boyfriend needs to buy me a pair because she's really doing it in regards to her brand other than just being a musician,
right, which is really good, and it helps to keep more money. And I think the more investments that you more things that you invest in, the more investments that you have, the better, so that you're not putting all your eggs in one basket.
Exactly.
So to speak.
The way to be a billionaire, multiple sources of income.
Exactly.
Gotta have it always.
And especially the people, she's really hot right now. And
she's hot
so
all the time. What do you mean
people
right now?
want to, people want what she is putting out, and brands are doing a really good job of recognizing that when she stands behind their label, no matter how big or small
it's going to
contribution that she's going to make, it's going to sell.
Speaking of big or small contributions, she's been appointed to be the Global Partnership of Education, the ambassador of it,
which is actually really cool, because it also shows, and I love it when celebrities, whether they're musician, athletes, like whatever it is that their craft entails, I love it when they use their platforms to bring awareness to other things. So she's using herself, her brand, and everything that she knows, like the following that she has, to now show awareness and shed some light on the importance of education and children receiving a better education, and whether it's through just being an ambassador. And I'm sure, I would assume that she's also going to, invest some money into that, because it's something she stands for.
Definitely, because she does have her Sierra Leone Foundation, where I might be saying it wrong because it's after her grandparents' names, but that foundation is geared towards education within like Barbados, and then music and arts, because that's also something that's being taken away from
the music and the
schools.
Arts.
So with her just already giving back and having her, she's already on her second. This year probably will be her third annual Diamond Ball for
yes.
The Diamond Ball, like that's what they call it for, but that's the point, is for her foundation. So since she already had
Clara Lionel Foundation,
and since she already had that one, it would just, I believe it made sense to the global citizenship, since also she was a performer at the Global Citizenship Festival in New York,
which I love. That.
So since she's just an all around international entertainer, and the simple fact that she's so well accepted in so many different countries, and she's from somewhere so far off, I think that also brings into saying that for her to be an educator, because even though she's always been known, she doesn't necessarily want to be a role model or that light.
I think she's doing a good job of evolving.
Exactly. And to be a better person at the end of the day. It's not about, you always do be who you want to be, show your true self, but always try to help those that you care about and those that are around you.
So I think it's really cool, all the things that she's dabbling in, both on the both in the fashion and music world, as well as trying to just like you said, make things better for those trying to achieve their goals through education, especially with children, because we take that kind of like for granted, you know, having to go to school. I remember having friends that'd be like, oh, I hate going to school, but there's some kids that just cannot and need funds, whether it's for better facilities or you know, curriculum and things like that. So it's really nice, all the things that she's kind of dabbling in and not using it just to put more money in her pockets, but actually to make the world a better place and things that she thinks are important. So we are going to cut it to a break real quickly, but when we come back, we want to discuss Mandy Moore. We also want to talk about The Voice and some excitement for us 90 babies when it comes to The Lion King and Backstreet Boys. Yes. So we'll be right back.
Tired of searching the vast jungle of podcasts? Now listen close and hear this out. There's a podcast network that covers just about everything that you've been searching. Hey! The Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network is here. Nothing less than a podcast bliss with endless hours of podcast coverage. From news, sports, music, fashion, cooking, entertainment, fantasy, football, and so much more. So stop lurking around and go straight out to the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network. Guaranteed to fill that podcast itch, whatever it may be.
Welcome back to the Golden State Media Concepts Entertainment Podcast. I am Pauline.
And I'm Taejha.
Taejha's so cute, guys. When she says her name, she gets like all excited and she like gets this really big cheesy smile. And it's just like,
I just love it.
Tone it down. No, I'm just kidding. Never tone it down. Be free.
Pauline just wishes her name was as cool as mine and different.
Like, Pauline's not cool? I mean, it's not like
it's just
cool, but I mean, it's like
it's Taejha.
I'm P.
Like that.
Like, you know, like, I mean, what? Like, or, well, whatever.
Pauline's name is just, she's so, like, professional. I'm Pauline.
Like, I mean, we could spice it up if we needed, you know.
She's Polly P. We got
Polly P. So, I don't know. That was just so funny to me. I was like, P. But anyway, so I have been, I don't really watch The Voice, like religiously. Like so my family, we tape it because my mom and my brother really love The Voice. And so when,
fast forward through it.
Yeah. So when my brother was living at home, they would watch it together. Like that was like their thing, that and America's Got Talent. And so my brother is now away for college and my mom's like, we got to watch this together because like, who else is she going to watch it with, you know? Yeah. And I mean, it's all good. And so recently, this past week, I was able to watch one of the episodes, and it's like still like during the auditions right now. I think it may have been the last run of auditions. I don't know. But The Voice this season has brought on, so they got rid of Gwen Stefani, which I'm not sure why. Like, I don't know if there was like a problem with that or if they weren't just giving her enough money. I don't know if she left on a good note or not.
Blake Shelton, right?
I think so. Mm-hmm. And so they still have Blake and they still have our handsome hunk Adam, but they brought on Alicia Keys and Miley Cyrus. Mm-hmm. And so, which I think is kind of cool. Like, I'm glad that they brought in kind of like
a different diversity
of you know,
genres too.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. And Alicia, she's been in the music industry for a while, and
she was actually my first concert I ever went to.
Oh, how precious. That's actually really cute. And so, and then Miley, who is like kind of like really big as well as far as like in pop culture right now.
Definitely.
And so she has a different perspective on things as well. Mm-hmm. And I was I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of skeptical.
And Miley also has the ins into the country's world.
Yes,
too.
no, yeah.
So people who want to go either way can definitely have her be their coach.
And I will admit, I was actually very skeptical at first because I was like, Miley, like, whatever. Like, I would not pick her to be my coach.
No, I'd pick Alicia Keys all the way.
Yeah, you know, well, hopefully one of them will pick me. I mean, well, nobody honestly would ever pick me because I cannot sing. But if I ever had the opportunity, then I don't think I would pick Miley. However, I was watching that episode and I was having a lot of fun. I think they're a lot of fun. She's really cute on the episode.
And I love her cattiness with the other guys. Like
yeah,
Miley
they
against,
bicker
Adam,
they bicker a lot.
Her against Adam, and then it makes Blake like clown on Adam even harder.
And I think it brings a lot of fun. It's kind of like more fresh, I guess people like describe it as that. But it's like a lot more fun. And
yeah, because what's really cool about The Voice is the Voice isn't just about, even though it should be just about the contestants, it's not just about the contestants. It's about the judges. The judges are competing with each other to have the contestants compete against each other.
Right. And so it's been a lot of fun. And I mean, I watched that one episode and I think that I will continue to when I can catch it and watch it and things like that. Cause they had some really good, singers.
Yeah. And I'm really interested to see what Alicia Keys and Miley Cyrus are going to have to say in regards to mentoring and helping other people, because even Pharrell, they had him on there for a second, right?
Oh, they did. Mm-hmm.
And, cause even Rihanna was on the episode with Pharrell and she was a little, guest mentor. Mm-hmm. But I just think that Alicia Keys is going to be giving some phenomenal advice.
And I'm really
so soulful.
And what was interesting with me actually with Alicia on there is that she actually likes the voices that are different. Mm-hmm. So the ones that have kind of more of country twang to them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's really interesting because she doesn't always because you have to hit the buzzer. The judge will hit the buzzer that says that they're interested in being your coach. They like your voice and things like that.
Yeah.
And they turn around and whatever. But it seems to always at least the episode that I was watching, she was hitting her buzzer not on people that you would think that she would like the people that had more of a soulful voice and things like that. It was more the people with kind of a weird, not different. Weird, but a different vibe than what you would think.
Not
that
just a typical person that Alicia Keys might go for.
Not the R&B side. It was more of a different genre than what you would just expect. And so I'm pretty excited to see how it pans out. I'm excited to see the kind of advice and how the growth of the different singers that have been auditioning. So it's been a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. I think it's going to be really good. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think that Miley, I was pleasantly surprised by Miley. I was.
Yeah.
I was, because I wasn't really, I was whatever. I'm kind of over her, but I was okay, she seems more fun. We're able to see her personality as just a person versus that public personality that she was portraying.
And then the show is going to be able to bring out different types of talent in singers, because instead of them just always going for that known singer, the person who can, hold these really amazing Adele tunes, there's other types of singers, other type of people who, want to hear other stuff and listen to others' music. And like you said, since Alicia Keys is choosing people who aren't necessarily in her aisle that we would think, that makes you even wonder exactly who inspires Alicia Keys to be Alicia Keys.
Right.
So where is she, what type of team is she gonna want to have? And that's the interesting part. When their teams are all formed, how are they gonna look and be, and what type of people are they gonna have?
And so that's been kind of fun. So if you haven't seen The Voice and you've been kind of like me and you've been skeptical because of the people that they have on the show, I mean, I think you should check it out as far as the judges are concerned, because they're fun. And I think that group of 4 really does mesh. I think their personalities are a lot of fun together and things like that. So if you haven't seen The Voice, check it out. And speaking of singing, I wanted to circle back to, I think it was 2 or 3 episodes ago, we had mentioned and discussed that The Weeknd had debuted his cover art for his new album called Starboy. And we did mention, we were
his hair.
He cut his hair and things like that. And I wasn't sure at that time whether or not he had released a single. But
I believe he has.
He has, and it's entitled Starboy, and it's featuring Daft Punk. But the funny thing about it is that ever since we did that episode and we discussed that, I've heard the song every single day.
Oh, really?
On the radio.
I haven't been listening
on
to
the radio. And so when I'm driving to work or whatever, and I'm just I was listening, it actually happened the very next day, and I was oh my gosh, we were just discussing whether or not he had released a single, and I've been hearing him all week. And he did release also a music video to go along with it, which I thought was kind of cool. And I mean, honestly, I love The Weeknd. I really, really do. And I had mentioned that before when we first started talking about The Weeknd.
Yeah, I agree with you. The Weeknd in some means can truly do no wrong. Some of the things he says, it's like, how could this man have the nerve to say these things on a song in this amazing voice? And we're all just singing along to him. He really just said this.
True. He does say some wild things in his
The
song.
Weeknd can truly almost do no wrong when it comes to his amazing voice.
Right. And and I
imagine if he was on The Voice as a mentor.
Oh, as a mentor? I wonder how he would do. Yeah, I don't really know his personality
I don't know
at
his
all.
personality
I don't know if he's funny. I don't even know. Like, because you know how sometimes singers will sound one way when they're recording and when they sing, and then when they speak, it's like, wait, what? Like, you sound like that's your real voice. Like, that's your speaking voice.
That's like people in Beyonce. Or like her voice sounds a little deeper than what
or
she
like
would
they have like their
be.
accent and things like that. If they have an accent and things, so I would assume that he has kind of like an accent because he speaks French also, but I don't know.
Yeah, he's.
Do you think he has a soft voice?
Canadian Ethiopian, so
I wonder if he has like a soft voice or if he has like. I don't think it's deep.
Is he still dating Bella Hadid?
Oh, I don't know.
He was dating her, so that's just an interesting couple in itself.
Yeah,
so I think that
they're odd.
They would have. He would have
grouping.
to be some type of soft voice. I don't know,
like a smooth talker.
Yeah,
perhaps.
Exactly.
But like, do you think his voice is like raspy or like rough and gruff, or is he more like kind of high pitched? I don't know.
I think it's more softer. Like,
I don't like that.
But
then I can't see him really with like a deep voice either.
It's like, imagine, like Bryson Tiller. You've heard him talk versus sing.
Yeah.
Like, it just, it doesn't sound too different. I think his voice kind of sounds like how he sings, because when he's singing a song, he's like,
oh, you'll sing something for us?
Oh, yeah, I'm about to just blow
some bars. You guys should have seen Taylor's face. She was preparing. She like had her hand raised out, like she was feeling it deep within, like she was about to belt.
I was about to blow for y'all one time. No, I was just gonna say, when he says, "Go tell your friends about it," he's not like singing that with so much.
But but then some people have like a stage voice even when they're speaking. Though, like, it's like their public speaking voice, like, so it's not really like their true voice, because like you could catch them slipping sometimes.
Very true.
Like, when they have like their stage voice. So I don't know. I really don't know. I don't even know how I even thought about this just now. But I'm curious.
Yeah,
now I need to like look up an interview.
To him except a reward or anything.
Yeah,
like, I don't know what his voice just sounds like. Just as an interview. Weeknd.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, how does he sound when he's like with his homeboys? I don't even
know who his homeboys are. Like, I don't even know who his friends are. That's how like The Weeknd is.
Right, he's so mysterious.
Yeah,
he's
the only person that him in involvement is like what, Drake.
Yeah,
and they're not even like friends like that. They're in the same music label, so I don't know.
I wonder. So I mean, I don't know. Perhaps The Weeknd has a soft voice. Perhaps he doesn't. I don't know. Perhaps maybe he'll be on The Voice. Who knows?
That would be amazing if he was.
That would be fun. I don't know if he doesn't strike me as somebody that can give like a lot of criticism though. I just feel like he's like one of like an encourager. He's like, that was good, but do this. Now do this. But he'll never be like, I don't like that.
He should come on as Alicia Keys's
sidekick.
Like. Yeah.
When they have like a celebrity guest.
Exactly. He should come on as Alicia Keys's and just say some good stuff.
Give us some advice.
Let me know how you really talk, The Weeknd. I want to hear your voice.
The Weeknd. It's so funny, his name. But,
The Weeknd.
So we're going to cut into a break real quickly. And when we come back, we want to wrap up the episode discussing Backstreet Boys and The Lion King. So we'll be right back.
Want to find out what movies to go see? Then check out the GSMC Movie Podcast. It's your ticket to the latest movies, whether it's a new blockbuster event, romantic, comedy, or action flick. This show has got it all covered. They talk some what to go see now. Don't bother. What's hot on Netflix and everything in between. That's GSMCpodcast.com/movie-podcast. When it's all about the movies, it has to be this new show. Don't forget to like them on Facebook and follow them on Twitter. Visit GSMCpodcast.com for more info.
welcome back, everyone. And right before the break, we were discussing, we mentioned that we have some exciting news in regards to the Backstreet Boys. And if you haven't heard about this, then I'm really excited to share this with you. And I actually got this little tidbit of information, one from my mom, but also on our TV, like we have like one of those like little smart TVs where it like pops up little facts of the day. Like it'll give you like the weather, and then it'll just give you like little synopsis, like little pieces on current events that are happening. And the Backstreet Boys are actually reuniting. And they're going to be performing. They have residency, actually.
Yeah.
In Vegas. And the thing is...
And that's amazing because that's like a reoccurring show,
yes.
Right? Yeah.
And tickets actually go on sale this weekend. So if you are excited about this as me, then... I am actually going to be trying to get tickets like right away, like when they
you want to
go on sale. Because those are going to sell out so quickly because you have all of us like... This babies that like grew up listening to them and like Backstreet's back, all right, dun 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 dun. Like okay, you know, like they're okay. I don't know what their like lineup is as far as songs.
I was personally an NSYNC girl.
I was both. I'm not gonna lie. I was both. I was Christina and Britney. Like I loved everybody.
Oh, I liked Britney.
Like, yeah, but they need to open up the concert with that song. I'm just saying, like they need to, they definitely need to open up with Backstreet's Back because what a better song. And then I need them to end it also so that they can remind us that they're back.
That we're back.
So when we leave, we're like, they're back. Like,
yeah, you guys can book another show if you want.
I'm super excited for this. They are going to be, like I said, they have residency in Vegas. I believe it's March through April. So kind of like a short kick for us. So if you are really interested, like I said, tickets do go on sale this weekend. So you need to make sure that you get those sooner rather than later, because I would not be surprised if those are just like the prices are just jacked up really high once, like on resale tickets like StubHub or whatever. But also to dabble in some more nostalgia for all of us, there is going to be a remake
of The Lion King.
The Lion King. Now,
and this came about because of the remake of The Jungle Book.
Yes, so it's like the same creators of that, and which I'm actually very curious about because
are they going to make
like
it,
The Jungle Book.
Yeah, so are they?
I did.
Is it
going to be kind of like live action?
Exactly. Are going to
versus
change it to
animation? I don't know, because I really did like The Jungle Book. I did.
I haven't seen the new one yet.
So, I just liked the fact that
are all the animals talking still?
The animals look like animals.
Are they talking?
They do.
Okay, cool.
And so
spoiler alert for you guys.
But I mean, and they didn't look like things like it wasn't too much green screen type things. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know how sometimes there's graphics and animation, or not animation, but effects in movies, and it's like, all right, that was definitely
it just
like
looks so fake
screen and things like that. So that was really good. So I'm excited. I'm interested to see, because I mean, a live action one would be kind of cool, but then again, it's like there's no humans.
Yeah, so there's no point.
Lion King. So I don't know how they would.
That would be the reason of why they made it more human looking, because in Jungle Book, there's
actually like
boy.
A kid. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Mowgli.
In Lion King, they don't have that. So I think that they should still keep it an animated film, because then it keeps it as the original Lion King.
Right.
Per se. There's no people. There's no reason for them to do that. And I honestly wonder what rating they're exactly going to make this movie. Is it still going to be G, PG, PG-13? Because remember, have you seen like those pictures before where it's like the sexual secrets, or just what we didn't know as children, what Lion King was trying to get us to know?
That I always think about is the little hidden jokes or insinuations that because like when you watch a movie now or a show now, or even like cartoons that are out now that I watch with my niece and my nephew, I'm like, did they just and
they
like
just did,
my niece and my nephew are like like it just went way over their head, but I'm like, no, they did not just say that in this show, or no, they did not just depict that in this movie or
as
whatever.
We get older, we truly
catch on those
realize
jokes.
exactly what's being said. So I'm like, are they going to make it more blatant for us now? Are we going to know?
Yeah, I wonder how it's going to be. And I kind of get what you're saying because, like, for instance, with some like comic book characters now that, you know, because comics, some of them were for like children, but then like now it seems like shows that were meant for kids when we were growing up or before, like they're growing up with us. So now they're more like adult themes and there's more darker aspects to some movies, television series, books, whatever.
Yes. That goes into what I was literally going to just say is that I think that they should make a Lion King for a little more adults. Because,
but then, okay.
Well, they already have the original Lion King is still there. It's not going anywhere.
Okay.
It's not going anywhere. The little kids can watch that one. They can watch that one. But for people like us who, I mean, like I'm 23 now. I've already seen Lion King and I was younger. I want to see some more action. I want to see some more like when Scar drops. Oh, you want to be more graphic and stuff. I want to see it. Like Mufasa? They're fighting.
So you want to see Mufasa die and more?
I'm not saying I want to see him die more gruesomely.
She's evil. I'm just saying she's so evil.
She said when Scar, I want to see the fighting scenes. I want to see the hyenas get him. You know, I just want to see it all. So
Taejha wants us to suffer.
I want to see Simba going off on Scar.
Just let him have it.
Let him have it.
So I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
I see what you're saying. So perhaps if they do more of a live action version of
Simba
it,
really be in a true relationship.
These are lions, friend.
But we're getting older. We are grown. We are grown-ups now, so let's do it. Let's be for the grown-ups.
I don't know
don't
what
insinuate
direction they are going to be taking this. Whether they're going to take it the Taejha version or just keep the original. But I mean, now I hate to do this too, but only because I did see Jungle Book. And it's going to be kind of taken on like this new project, this new Lion King project, this remake is going to be taken on by those people.
Did they keep it pretty original?
They kept it really well with the original story, and it was safe for kids. You know what I mean? Like, it was enough fun, and I think it did a really good job of, you know, capturing like the older audience, but not leaving out the kids, like vice versa. So like
that's
all ages could enjoy it.
Instead of it being animation, they made it human. I think that's what brought in the older group. But how do you do that for Lion King?
So I'm wondering. That's what I'm saying. So I don't know. And they also did a pretty good job. These are not the same creators, but like with Tarzan and things like that, with the live action version of Tarzan that they just had out.
But still,
so it was still okay for kids to watch it. Like there was no nothing too gory, nothing too hypersexualized or anything. But then adults could also enjoy this most recent Tarzan that came out too. So I'm assuming based upon those two movies that it's going to still stay similar to the original storyline without too much. But honestly, I get it. More gore would be kind of like I like
not even gore,
blood
just
and
action.
Like yeah,
you know, like legit action fightings and
because now this is my only piece that I'm going to say against you again.
She's just ain't feeling me today, guys.
No, but which this could pose a problem because there aren't any humans in Lion King. It's all the animal kingdom. Then we're going to have like a lot of animals dead on the screen. And like, you know how some people don't be liking that. I don't personally, don't crucify me, but I don't really mind about that. But we still
saw Mufasa dead on the ground.
True, but
regardless.
You know, like,
it was just animated
but when people see, even if it's fake animals, you know how like people get into an uproar about that. They're like, how dare you and things. So
yeah, people,
I know
their feelings get involved.
So I don't know.
Animal
especially
actors.
So I don't know,
but it's fake, so everyone just needs to get
agree
over it.
So but that would actually be really cool if they did create a live action version and have it just like all animals. That would actually be pretty cool. That would be really, really cool.
I think they should do it. I hope so.
So we'll see. We'll keep you guys updated on that. But I mean, like I said, for us 90 babies, we got a lot of excitement coming for us so we can all become little kids again. and enjoy our old-time favorites. But that's going to do it for this episode of the GSMC Entertainment Podcast. You can listen to this episode again, as well as previous and future episodes on our network website. That's gsmcpodcast.com, as well as on iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, and Stitcher. I had a lot of fun today. I'm Pauline.
And I'm Taejha.
And we will see you guys next time.
You've been listening to the Golden State Media Concepts Entertainment Podcast, part of the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network. You can find this show and others like it at www.gsmcpodcast.com. Download our podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, and Google Play. Just type in GSMC to find all the shows from the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network. From movies to music, from sports to entertainment, and even weird news. You can also follow us on Twitter and on Facebook. Thank you, and we hope you have enjoyed today's program.